Yes. And when did you come? Well, you're in Melbourne. Yes. When did you come to Canberra?
Only about Christmas last year.
Not your first visit.
My first visit there was in 1927.
Really? When the Parliament opened?
No, it was only the cow paddock in 1927.
Oh, not this one, down there. Was that building, it was opened in 27, but there was nothing around it.
Nothing around it, nothing at all.
Have you seen this one yet?
And before the openings of elevators.
Here?
Yeah.
There are some. There are them if you know where to find them. But mainly, I think most people get stairs. There definitely are elevators. And how old are you? 87?
Nearly, just a couple of days ago.
When's your birthday?
6th of May.
Not long indeed.
That's planning point. We've known that with the state.
Yeah, you could have had it on the 6th of May.
What an organisation. But we wouldn't have had the weather control.
No, this is the best time, yeah. March is magnificent. And did you go out riding with them yesterday?
That was marvellous country. I've never been around that
It's
way.
beautiful, isn't it?
27 till this time from Melbourne up to
Yeah.
And the big pot man, I suspect.
Oh, yes.
no, there's not much to go in it.
Just needs a quick coat of waxing to be ready. And a new chain.
Yes.
That's
the bloke said to me one day, how far are you gone? And put it. I said, well, 8,000 miles is better enough. Across Canada.
When did you get out riding motorbikes or haven't you?
Well, no, I haven't. When I got to be about 75, records was in 1948 with a twin. And started off by breaking the American record, which put it up for 136 to 150. And then we discovered it was then called the VINCENT HRD. We then discovered that the mixing of HRD with Harley Davidson, which is normally written HD. So Vincent decided to drop the HRD and just revert to Vincent. Yeah.
An underrated machine, I think.
Yes, it was, yeah.
It's been certainly grabbed all the sort of glamour.
People condemned it for various reasons. One thing says Cooper and Equipment got the enormous flywheel the same as a twin. No, it's not the same. About half the weight. Yeah. But he just didn't bother. It's thanks to it. Which is a typical fault of journalists. Don't let facts give them away with a good story. Who said that?
I don't know.
No, but somebody said that. And then we made these new forks. Yes, and they didn't change a lot then. For 3 years they changed very little. 53.
What happened during the war?
Vincent made them something like 280,000 mortar bombs. Yes, he turned the factory over to that.
Yeah, you weren't producing those.
No. I wasn't there then. I was making an engine for air sea rescue boats.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whereabouts? In the UK?
In England, the Alps, the Stevenage factory. Just in the Atlantic. So we worked about 3 years on that engine and got it to their specification. And the war went to stop.
Well, it did crash.
I've happened to lots of things. Inventions were being developed and they just to a good state when the war stopped.
But nevertheless, that allowed them to get back into producing Vincent stuff.
It's extra, yeah. Now, we never supplied a windscreen.
Needed those today, or yesterday, with all the grasshoppers.
Yeah.
Thanks, you know.
See, that black enamel finish, that'll remain. I mean, the aluminium it gets all grey and old looking, but the black enamel always looks the same. And we started that trend in black enamelling the engine.
What were other bikes before that?
Oh, they were just aluminium looking like that. But actually, quite a dear process. You had to chemically treat the first of all, and then stove enamel and then clean some of it off and put the second coat of stove enamel on. So it took quite a long time. And that's one of the things that killed it, of course.
Yeah.
Expense.
This is my husband, comrade, Mr. Irving.
How do you do?
Steve Butcher, who put the briefing together.
Steve's done all the work to organise this, and well, a third of the work anyway, but he's done a terrific job, really is terrific. The Vincent Owners Club formed a company to make spares, so you can get spares quite cheap.
1975.
And you can get spares to one of these quicker than you will get it for a Japanese bike.
You must be delighted with looking so good.
I was thinking last night that the club started with about 12 members in 1948. There were 50 sections.
Oh, it's a rally. Missed out on your talk last night. Hospital. Yeah, one of the ladies fell off a black and white and was damaged somewhat. Just said ours was hospital. Sorry, I missed out on it. No, it was very good. You enjoyed yourself? That's great. That's absolutely marvellous. Oh, will you? Ray, actually, Ray's got his book in the car. He wanted you to sign it. He probably got right.
Bring it along, I might say.
No, it's in the car. I'll bring it over. Won't it? If you'll sign it, you haven't got writer's cramp. Thank you very much.
I'll kick off, Phil, if I might ask you. I've often wondered, seen in print a few times the period of war years, but it's never been spelled out in any great detail. I wonder if you'd give us a bit of a run through from the years 39 to 45.
Yeah, well, in 39 when the war broke out, motorcycle production at Stevenage ceased immediately and went over on to making fuses and things like this. But they had a contract with the Air Ministry to develop an engine for air-sea rescue boats. These were boats which were towed out under a bomber and dropped to distressed crew in the Atlantic. And they wanted 500 miles range on 50 gallons of petrol, but it had to be submersible and all sorts of things. And we worked on that for about 2 years. But the trouble was, as soon as we got it up to standards they demanded, their requirements went further, so we had to work a bit more. Till eventually they wanted a 10,000 mile range in the Pacific, and by the time we got that, the war was over. So that's what we did.
Did you feel much of the effects of the war in Stevenage with the bombing raids over?
Well, I felt a little bit of it when the bomb hit me in the leg.
Really?
But no, we didn't get any other war damage.
Right. Okay, thanks very much.
So that's what we did during the war. The trouble was that when the war broke out, they put us on to 12 hours a day for 7 days a week. And I don't know whether these people have moaned about having to work 8 hours a day for about 5 days a week, how they would get on if they were asked to work 12 hours a day for 7 days a week continuously. But it was discovered after a while that you didn't get any more work out of the 7 days than if you out of the 6. So they cut it back to 6 days a week and cut the hours down to 10 hours a day. And even that was bloody hard work, considering you weren't getting much food. And I managed the military night shift for the first 4 years of the war. And that itself was not a particularly easy game because I had 45 non-working, non-factory trained personnel. They were defrocked priests and Irish shepherds and all sorts of things like this. All trying to work, lathes and milling machines and all that. One day put his finger under a cutting machine, nearly cut it off, and I took him off to hospital. And before I left, I said to one of the men who was working a slotting milling machine, I said, you'll have to change the colour. Well, I'll be away for 2 hours to change the colour. You've got a colour, just change it. So when I got back 2 hours later, he certainly changed the colour. He said, it didn't seem to be cutting properly. So that's how I look at it. It wasn't cutting properly because he put it on back to front. It's really melting its way through. And that's happened all along. Very, very wearing. Thank you.
Phil, concerning the war years, there was a few products that was made by the Vincent factory, and we've discussed it at motorcycle meetings, and I'd just like you to put us straight on the fact on what sort of products were made during the war years by the Vincent factory.
Well, we didn't make much during the war years. We only made fuses. The factory made 2-inch mortar fuses. They made that by the thousands. We didn't make many other bits.
What about the picador and the...
I came after the war.
I see.
Yeah.
Another question which is going back further still. I've read that you went around Australia with someone on a motorcycle and sidecar before you went to England.
Yeah.
Can you explain that to us a little bit, please?
Yeah, well, the outfit in question was a Vincent HRD number 4, the 4th machine they've ever made. They had enough confidence in it to let a bloke named Gill drive it around the world. And he did that. He drove it from London through to Melbourne with a man called Stevens as a passenger. Now this outfit had a box sidecar that carried about 6 gallons of petrol and a couple of gallons of oil and all their camping equipment for about a week. Well, it was self-contained camping equipment. No backup shocks or television cameras or anything like that. And he got it out through Europe and Persia and across India, down Malaya to Melbourne. And in Melbourne, his passenger was going to, that was as far as he was going to go, and to be more accurate, he'd run out of money. And so I just said, well, do you want another passenger? He said, I want to go back to England. So I said, well, would I do? And he said, well, yes, you would do, I suppose. And I said, how much money would you want? $100, £100? So he said, yeah, that'd be enough. So I went home that night and told him I was going to England in a week or 2. And that was a quick decision that I made and that I never regretted. And that's what we did. We left on the February the 20th, 1930 and got here in August the 6th, 1930. Having gone up to New Zealand and across Canada. And in those days, this was late spring. In those days, the middle roads in Canberra were pretty terrible. They'd been all frozen up during the winter. And then when they started to thaw out, they were pretty impossible and nobody used them. And we went into, there was 2 railway lines across. You just go to the nearest railway line, the CPR or the CNR, and go by rail. But we went into the Canadian Automobile Association office in Vancouver to see if we could get some maps cross-country to Montreal, and the man said, well, what do you want those for? And I said, well, we're going to drive across. He said, oh, nobody does that. So they all go by train, take their car by train. I said, well, that's not much help because we haven't got a car. So he said, well, have you got it? I said, we've got a cycle out. Took him outside and showed this thing, which is pretty weather beaten by then. He said, well, I doubt if you'll ever get to Montreal in that. And I said, well, it's gone halfway around the world already, we reckon it'll get the LR. And it did. Yeah. But